So let's talk about wallets. What exactly is a wallet? It's one of the most confusing topics when I onboard new collectors and artists. They don't really understand, like, what's my private code and where do I put it? Should I write it down? I can't print it out. Am I supposed to shove it in a book or put it in a safe deposit box? And what's a good wallet to have? Can I trust all of the wallets? Are they all created equally? And what's the difference between a hardware wallet and a regular wallet? Do I need a hardware wallet? And if I have my NFTs on a hardware wallet, can I still sell them? And there's just a lot of confusion around which wallets are best and where the problems are. And after 4 years of collecting, I was confused, and I decided that I didn't want you to be confused. So I asked my co-founder, Chris King, to actually give us an end-to-end technical explanation about what the best practices were and where the potential problems were so that we didn't have to worry about this anymore.
The first step in collecting NFTs is to set up a wallet, but not a lot of folks really understand what a wallet is and how it works. A wallet is just an account on the blockchain. That account can hold NFTs and cryptocurrency, and it can execute transactions like buying and selling NFTs. A wallet has two parts. It has a public address, which is like a bank vault for holding your assets, and it has a private key, which is the key to unlock that bank vault. Obviously, you want to keep your key safe. If you lose your key, you lose access to everything in your bank vault. If somebody else gets the key, they have full access to everything in your bank vault. You may have also heard of something called a seed phrase. A seed phrase is like a machine to create bank vaults and keys. You can use it to create multiple wallets, but if somebody gets access to your seed phrase, they can create the keys to unlock all of your wallets. Obviously, you want to keep a seed phrase just as safe as you keep your private key. With some of that background information out of the way, let's go into some of the best practices for both creating your wallets and using them safely. The self-custodied wallet. This is a traditional wallet in the normal blockchain sense of the word. A great example of this is Metamask. Here, the private key to your wallet lives on your computer or on your phone or somewhere that you control. When you want to execute a transaction, you press a button and it's approved. You are the only person that the software needs to ask for approval, and you have full control over the wallet. The tricky part here is if your laptop dies and you didn't back up your recovery phrase or your private key, or if somebody steals your wallet and everything's sitting there unlocked, whoever possesses this private key fully controls your wallet. If that private key is lost, you no longer control your wallet. So it's important to follow the steps in the rest of this training material to make sure that you can use a self-custodied wallet safely without losing your wallet and without accidentally giving somebody else control of it. We recommend using Metamask. It's one of the most popular wallets for the Ethereum ecosystem. It's very well tested, lots of people use it, it's widely supported, and they do a good job of preventing you from falling victim to certain types of scams. It's really easy to download. Just go to metamask.io and install. It's a browser plugin, and it walks you through the setup process. First, think of a good password that you're not going to forget. You're going to want to write this down and store it somewhere safe. Metamask stores all of your blockchain data encrypted on your computer. It's encrypted using this password. So it's best to use a strong password in case anybody should access your computer via viruses or malware. All they can get is the encrypted version of your blockchain data. If your password is easy to guess, they can pretty easily decrypt that data and get access to your information. Metamask automatically sets up a key phrase for you. This key phrase is used to generate as many wallets as you want. This key phrase is 12 words that are chosen randomly. Next step is to write all of these down, which I am doing now, in order. Make sure that whatever piece of paper you've written these down on, you keep safe. Anybody with access to these 12 words has full access to all of your MetaMask wallets. Once you've written them down, click Next. Now, MetaMask is making sure that you actually did write these things down. You do not want to lose this recovery phrase. So you have to choose each of the words that you just wrote down in the correct order to prove to MetaMask that you have this information secure. It's a good idea to keep this written passphrase somewhere safe, like a safety deposit box. You're all done. This is the full screen view of MetaMask. Most people interact with MetaMask directly from their toolbar. When you go to a dApp or any other NFT type website, this is usually the screen you're going to see. You see that it's already automatically set up an account for you. You can take a look at the public address of that by going to account details. People can send NFTs or cryptocurrency to you using just this public address. You could export the private key associated with this account, but you don't want to do that. It's best not to be dealing with the private keys associated with your wallets. All you really need are the 12 words of this recovery phrase that we wrote down earlier. So the next question is, how many wallets should you have? MetaMask supports any number of wallets that you might want to use. Most people seem to use only one, and we think this is a bad idea. If you keep all of your NFTs and cryptocurrency in a single wallet, and you try to execute a transaction or use a dApp or go to some website and approve a transaction of any type, you are putting all of your assets at risk. Somebody could craft a transaction that will actually give them permission to take anything in your wallet. When you hear about people being hacked, this is usually what actually is happening. If you use 2 or more wallets, you can avoid this. If you store most of your assets, like your NFTs and cryptocurrency, in what's called a cold wallet, and then execute transactions or interact with dApps using a hot wallet, all you're risking are the contents of the hot wallet. The way this works is, when you buy something, you transfer it to the cold wallet. When you want to do something, like make a trade, transfer what you want to trade into the hot wallet and then execute the transaction. If you want to interact with a dApp, always use the hot wallet. That way, if somebody is able to actually steal everything in the wallet, all they're stealing is a small fraction of what you own. One last consideration when you're setting up your wallets is, what happens if your computer gets infected by a virus or malware? Well, obviously, if you've lost control of your computer, then anything stored on your computer, like your private key or your wallets, is accessible to whoever has infected you. For this, there is a solution. If you use a hardware wallet like a ledger, this acts as a 2-factor authentication mechanism so that it's not just the information they've stolen from your computer, but also possession of the physical hardware device, like a ledger, that is required in order to use your wallet. This adds a complication in that if you lose your ledger, you've lost your wallet, but it prevents you from losing your assets in case your computer is compromised. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up Ledger and associate it with your MetaMask account. A hardware wallet is unique compared to MetaMask. Whereas MetaMask stores your private key and all of your information on your computer, a hardware wallet stores the private key and all of your information on a separate piece of hardware. That means that if your computer gets a virus or malware, your private keys, your passphrases, and any other sensitive information associated with your wallet can't be stolen because it's not stored on the computer at all. I'm not going to walk you through setting up a ledger because this is about a 30-minute process and it actually doesn't happen on your computer. You set up a ledger directly on the hardware ledger itself. Once you've set it up, you want to download Ledger Live and connect your ledger to your computer. I'll show you how that looks. Once you've downloaded the software, install it to your computer and open the application. Once you've set up your ledger, you'll see all of the information about the different wallets that you can support. In this case, I've installed Ethereum to my ledger, and I'm going to create a new account. This will be my cold wallet. I can view this account. You'll notice that it has nothing in it. And I can see the public address, F02CF, etc., etc. Now I'm going to connect my ledger to Metamask. Click on the Metamask icon. Click Connect to Hardware Wallet. Pair it with your ledger. You'll notice that this address, F0, etc., the one that I specified as my cold wallet, is the first in the list. I'm going to unlock that. I'm going to rename it Cold Wallet. Now, in my list of accounts, I can see that I have my ledger connected, and I have my cold wallet and my hot wallet. Since I'll be using my ledger for my cold wallet, I can repurpose this one. From now on, I will not be using my cold wallet for any transactions with third parties or to interact with any website. Whenever I buy something, whether it's cryptocurrency or NFTs, I'm going to transfer those to my cold wallet for safe storage. Anytime that I want to make a purchase or transaction on the blockchain, if it requires an NFT or cryptocurrency, I will transfer just that amount of cryptocurrency or that NFT to one of my hot wallets and use the hot wallet to execute that transaction. This keeps the vast majority of what I own safe and secure in my Ledger cold wallet.